What's happening, folks, and welcome to the season review of Season 2 of Marching to Glory with Leeds United. You'll see why it's a season review out of nowhere in a moment. We're going to go through the usual stuff, talk about some things that happened in the season, where we ended up, and then that'll be it. It's not a very long episode, these are not super long, they're as long as they are, really. So, the new arrivals. Don't forget, guys, hit the like button, subscribe, and all the rest of it. The channel for daily FM content. I don't know why it's taking so long to load or something. So as you can see here, we finished 14th. Thinking, how has that happened? That's what happened. This is why I hate this save at times. How'd you go from this bit of form here looking really good, then all of a sudden just going, oh, we're shit. Ridiculous. I don't understand what's up with this team. They seem to just get to a certain point and then just bin it off. But we did our aim, which is to say clear relegation, and only just, but in reality it's just ridiculous how that form is. No matter what I tried, what I changed, what I did, they just didn't work. And I was recording the games, but we got to the point where I think it was after the Everton game, after Chelsea game, where I looked at the fixtures, I looked at the results and the points. I thought, we're not going to get into European football. We're not going to go down because everyone else is dropping points around us anyway. So I'm like, there's no real point in these games. So I thought, rather than just put a pointless episode or two in, get to the end. You know what I mean? It made sense. So we did better than last season, I think, overall. But we just feel like we just had too many bad runs of form. And when I had bad runs of form, it was just like 4 defeats in a row. You know, it was 3 defeats. It's one defeat, and usually we just fall apart after it. But moments to remember, I doubt there's many. Beat Everton 4-0, biggest win. Match to remember, the 4-1 against Burnley. Not sure if that really counts, to be honest. And Lorento goal of this season is against Sunderland. Now, if it's the one I think of, it's the one where he fires it in the far corner. I mean, he has scored one like that at this point during the season. Not sure if this is the one that I'm remembering correctly, but we'll have a look at it anyway. It should be in 3D, and it is. I don't recall this one. Yeah, he bangs it in, doesn't he, from here? Yeah, he's got a couple like that, I think. So, yeah, not sure. It's not the... Yeah, so fair enough. It is a great goal, to be fair. A good result there. Yeah, brilliant. Actually, I remember that game now. I remember, yeah, we dominated it with the possession, and we didn't win, and somehow we just didn't quite do it. Yeah, so yeah. Annual revenue up, Rockets revenue down, corporate up, prize money up, and match day commercial and retail up as well. How I lined up. Yeah, pretty much. In fact, it's bang on, actually. Maybe Marcus Leonardo was a slight difference. You look at his appearance, 15 appearances, 8 goals. That's actually a really good ratio. But you look at the team, there's a lot. No one's got double figures in goals, which is disappointing. We need to try and sort that out. Accolades. I got 1 Manager of the Month award. Not surprising, because Fulham, I think the Fulham manager got quite a few. Because he's how high they win the table. So, yeah, most assists by Giovanni, most assists, play the match awards, 3 for the goalkeeper, which has been Tam Adams, and the most highest fee paid, £40 million for the right back, sorry. Not terrible. Goals with Sinto, goal scorer, Trossard with 8, most assists, we saw that already. Young person, Bernard Anderson, Zakarian signing the season. He did alright, Anderson, can't really, really complain. Dynamic line, manager line, there's not much really to talk about here, really, as you go across. It's just spending money, really. And the usual stuff, really. Nothing really exciting to look at. Yeah, just defeat after defeat. Egg buy offer, not going to do that. So, we just done that, as you see there. So, expectation this season, next season coming up, is to become an established Premiership team. I would like to negotiate that, but it's not going to happen, so we'll just accept that. End of season team meeting, school sponsor next season. Mid-table, yeah, I think that's... I wasn't sure if they'd agree with that. To be honest, I wasn't sure they'd agree with that. End season break, training camp destination. Where should we go this year? I don't know. We'll go to Germany. Why not? Don't. I don't. Does it really matter? This really? Does it really matter where you go for this? I suppose it, in theory, it could when in fact you've got like with the tours, things like that. But I don't think it really matters, really, to be honest with you. So finances, they've updated our finances next season. We've got £49 million spent on players, raised that up to like 52, 57 million pound to spend in the transfer market, which is pretty cool. I'll take that. In terms of club vision, I think everyone's basically happy with what we've done so far. They're very happy overall. I'm not, because I feel like we should have at least got top half this season. Just need to just not wet ourselves in those final 7 games and win a couple of them. We would have done it, but they didn't want to do that. Clearly, we look at the points total. As you can see here, 45, 2 wins there, and we're top half, almost. We just fell apart. It was like they knew they weren't going to get relegated because teams were below them, and then just binned it off. Wolves got relegated though, which is interesting. We could maybe raid Wolves for some players. I don't know who we'd go for from Wolves, to be honest. I mean, everyone wants out of there, basically. I don't know who's good to go for. I mean, I'm looking at the list here of players. I mean, there's no one really standing out. I mean, Mateus Nunes would be a really good signing potentially. But it's a matter of how much they want for him, who wants him as well. Yeah, we're not going to be able to compete with them, so I think that's a pointless player to go for. One player I've always wanted to manage on Foot Manager and get something out of him is Raul Jimenez, but I don't think we need a striker. So there's no point getting him in. But every time I buy a striker, they seem to not score goals. That's annoying. But thoughts, guys, on players we can maybe go for. I mean, Dan Machoy would be hilarious. Just pure pace in it. I mean, looking at people like Pedro Neto is somebody that I could see myself going for. It would be a decent signing. I do think we need someone better on that right hand side who's more comfortable out there. And he's definitely someone we could maybe go for. I'm not going to say that, but we'll see. So, let's go through where I think we're struggling. So, basically, you see this square here around the tactic. Everywhere inside this square, we're struggling. The strikers aren't scoring enough goals. The wingers are next to useless. And midfielders can't control possession. Apart from that, we're fine. I want to stick to 4-2-3-1 because I feel like we've got the players to do it. Even we got Zakarian and we've got Vicuna Farias and Aronson. I'm thinking of moving Aronson back into midfield a little bit. Generally speaking, I'm thinking about doing that. I'm making him a advanced playmaker or something like that. Generally thinking about doing that, honestly. Rocker's been fine. Rocker's been had a good season. But again, we want him. It's just I can't seem to. I need more energy in midfield. I think Rocker, while he's good in there, I need more energy in that midfield. Aronson will give us that more pace in there. So I'm considering just doing this. I'm making him a advanced playmaker, support, and then having like Zakarian as my main attacking midfielder, because I feel like he's definitely shown signs of it, that he could do it. So I might actually check his contract actually, because he has got a release clause in there. So I was trying to negotiate the contract. Very keen. More realistically, yeah, I just want to get these release clauses out of here. Now, I'm going to quick look. They're probably going to keep them in there. Yeah, it's fine, because you're going to get more football soon anyway. I see a limited by the agent, you see. I'm going to put the maximum on this. You know what? I'm going to walk away. I don't see the point. Unless I can take him out completely, I'm not going to bother. He wants a wage increase as well, which I don't think he deserves quite yet. I mean, what's his current fee? He's got £58 million, 23. There's not much difference in the increase in it, really. So there was no real point. And he wants £100 a weekend. He's not earned that yet, in my opinion. Falcao was a pointless signing in the end. Fitness didn't really get. He was backup signing, always was. They was never going to play games unless he had to, and it just never turned out to be needed really, which is fine. Numbers were just needed at that point. But yeah, we need to work out how to get this midfield to start keeping the ball better. Is it literally invest in the team? I mean, Adams, what's his passing like? 14 passing. I don't know. I really don't know. And then the wingers just don't do it. Giovanni is a bit of a weird one. One minute you think he's going to kick on, next minute he doesn't. I think maybe a right winger with really good qualities needed next season. That could be a priority for me, to sign a right winger who has got that immediate quality. I'm going to just quick look at it now and see if we've got any suggestions from the Director of Football. Damatore and Bobo, Stephen, again, not really. He wants to leave the club, I think, doesn't he? I don't think these guys are good enough for what I want him in. Brian and Bobo, I don't know about him. Again, I have to get a scout report on him and have a look at him. Look at the scout report here and what are they recommending as the highest kind of recommendations for players. I'm looking for a right winger here. I think maybe Neto could be the guy. Generally, he could be the guy. He's left-footed, £15 million. I'll get a scout report and make sure that that is the fee they want for him. And I generally think we need some more quality on the wide. The wide players we currently have ain't doing it enough. Not the only ones. They're all naff in terms of attacking sense. So we'll give him. Wow, really? He's not going to put. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of young players here, but again, it's the same problem. We need to start signing quality players who are going to improve the team. Because all I want is to get a decent couple of few top finishes and start to grow the club. Because right now, we just seem to be just getting cleared and getting pulled back into the relegation battle every single season. I don't want that. I want that to be something that we don't continue to do in this series. And looking at the rest of it here, players who are we interested in signing for us. I mean, Barco, I mean, yeah, he's not bad. I mean, I just don't know if these guys have. I just don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know whether it's a tactical problem or if it's a player role problem. I don't know. Because what frustrates me is the fact that you see. Okay, yeah, there we go. You see, like, the form there. Look at the form here. You know, 4-2, 3-2, 4-1, 2-1, good wins, good performances. And then all of a sudden it just drops off out of nowhere. I don't get it. So, yeah. And I want to keep possession. I don't like work on the box on because I always feel like it just doesn't. It gives me an excuse not to try things, and it's don't get the balance right. I want to play a higher line. But again, I'll go on the screen to you guys so you can take a look at what we're doing. Maybe say, change this, change that, do this, get this player in, get rid of that. You know, generally help will be appreciated. But I do think the wide right position is definitely where we need to look to strengthen because we don't have the quality in that position. I mean, we have Louis. I mean, this guy here. I just don't rate him. When he plays, he's got the pace, but he just doesn't do it for me. And he's wanted by Gladbach. He wants to lead the club as well, wants to start more games. But when he does start games, he doesn't do it. But then again, is it tactical? Is it just player ability? I mean, we've got Wilfred Gianotto, who's coming back next season. He will definitely get more football next season as striker, potentially, or at least backup striker. But yeah, we need to look at what's going on here because we're not creating enough chances. Roll ability. Can I sort this by? Really, I can't sort it. But again, lots of right wingers here, but none of them really good enough, in my opinion. I mean, Gelhardt, I mean, he's not terrible. But again, I don't know. I really, really, really don't know where to go with this lot. It's frustrating. The money's there to spend. I just don't know where. If it's just like, dude, you're doing fine. Just keep building slow like this. These guys will come good eventually. Or is it the formations problem, tactical, whatever it is? I'm not sure. I really don't know. To be brutally honest with you, and hopefully we can work it out in the summer window, because that'd be fantastic. All I want is just this not to happen, where it's literally like just about clear relegation. We should have been well clear of this season. They just binned off the last 2 games of the season. 21 defeats. Where did they finish last season? Exactly the same position and the same amount of defeats. We did a carbon copy. Wow. We Leeds were consistent in a way, and you look at the league table and at the end here, we were in touch distance at one point of getting 7th and getting some first getting Champions League football, not Champions League football, European football. Crazy. If we just kept our form semi decent, we may have just edged it, but we can't do that as established. So yeah, there we have it, folks. But Leonardo, I'll give a bit of positivity. 15 games, 8 goals. He is scoring goals. Very well done to him. Since he joined us mid-season, he's done well. You can't fault him. I think it's a really nice buy. I think we should add quality in the wide areas, and that will make a big difference potentially. Somerville, again, is a player that I just don't think. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think we need to go and back the bully and get quality players in. I just don't know what's the best option. To go with. Let's look at here and see if anyone comes up. I mean, Josh Sargent. I mean, he looks on paper looks all right, doesn't he? But he's not. He's a striker, isn't he? Yeah. So I don't see the point in signing Josh Sargent because he's a striker by trade. So yeah, we've got some decisions to make in the off season. I mean, I would love to go and nick some players off these guys like Man United, for example, who I know are good in. Wow, Jonathan David. Seriously? I mean, this could be a really good signing. Potentially, if he wants to join. Who wants him, though? We could get this guy. He's a attacking midfielder, right? He's got the pace. Just have a look at it. Get a scout report on him, see what we get. I do think Martial I love Martial. I'd stick him on the left wing. I would not use him as a striker. He'd be on the left wing. I just doubt he'll want to join us. But again, I think strengthening those wide areas is definitely something we need to look at in the next window, because that's something that's definitely holding us back a little bit. But I think those kind of signings would make sense. Looking at people like, I mean, I'm trying to think what else we can do. Nick some players off. West Ham United, maybe could be somebody, maybe we can nick someone off them. You know, they try and nick players off the teams that are around us to improve our Marcus Thuram. They got Marcus Thuram. Interesting. United, of course, IRL. Who wants him? Fulham want everyone, don't they? It's Brighton this time. Every time I look at some of his recent, it's been Fulham wanting them. Fulham didn't want to sign them. But yeah, again, mid-table teams picking players off them and then the right players off them. I mean, I think the one player from here you'd want, if he's still there, is Jane Ward-Prowse, because that set piece ability would be fantastic. And the finger passing ability and middle control midfield would be brilliant. So players like that we need. I want to get this team to a point where we're controlling possession a lot better than we are, but having more threat in the wide areas. I think Giovanni's fine. I think he'll come good eventually. But we need him. We need somebody there who is a bit more experienced and give us more of a better option. And it may be some harsh decision to be made. But again, guys, like I said in the comment section, leave your thoughts down below on players to ditch, bring in. We had a youth intake. It was crap. Archie Gray, again, not a bad player. Could do with a loan deal probably. The youth intake was, yeah, this. Garbage, honestly. No one worth talking about at all in this. Which is fair enough. That happens when star player is the setback. Says it all really. Not a great youth take at all really. But yeah, so we stayed up again, which is what we were supposed to do. But I'd like next year to be like clear of this point in the season I think, like I said, I feel like when we were up here, I did say that we're not good enough to be in European spots because we have this in us. Oh, wrong button. We have that in us. That's disgraceful form. That's literally them putting the towel in it. It feels like they knew they were safe and they just binned it off. So yeah, next season I want to stay clear of this, but we just won like won the games like against Everton, Newcastle, and Norwich, which we should have done better in. We've been fine. Those are the games there we should be winning. I've highlighted or looked to be winning. Maybe not Newcastle United so much, but I'll give that in there because that game we could have won it. We're just not. We just didn't. We are a big bad of form. But yeah, thoughts, guys, on tactics. Things to change. Things to look at to improve. I'm not sure what the problem is. I do know what the problem is. I don't know how to fix it. We're not secure at the back, and we don't have that control in midfield and effect from wide areas. If we can get more goals from the get better wingers in, we're better. Because like Trossard is fine. He's not a bad player, but when he's not on it, there's no one else backing him up. So I think the wide areas need to be strengthened. That's what I'm talking myself into doing. And I don't know where else to strengthen, really. I think the goalkeeper is a bit meh, to be honest with you. But I think we need to get better wide support and improve his defense somehow. But I don't know whether it's tactical or whether it's his players or both. So you can give your thoughts, guys, in the comment section. And I'll obviously take that into account. And yeah, if you have enjoyed the episode, I'm going to end it there because I don't want to ramble on too long. If you enjoyed the episode, I hope you have. Hit the like button down below. Subscribe if you're new as well. And I'll catch you all in the next video. But until then, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.